Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shamika and this is Check the Rhymes. I am super excited that you're here. As always, thank you so much for tuning in. Y'all, I'm excited that this show is back for a new season. It's called Help, I'm in a Secret Relationship. Gotta be dramatic when you do that. Help, because you're screaming for help. Okay, anyway, Help, I'm in a Secret Relationship premieres on Tuesday, February the 28th at 9 o'clock on MTV. And in the building are the hosts of the show. They're back again to talk about it. Travis Mills and Rahne Jones. We're going to talk about that and more. Stay tuned. You don't want to miss today's show.
Hey, Shamika.
Hi, welcome back to Check the Rhymes. I know we talked last season, so I'm excited that there is a new season of the show. How are y'all?
We are
Great.
excellent. Great to be back.
So for the people that aren't on like tuned into this show and haven't heard about it, can you tell us what it's about?
Sure. So our show, Help, I'm in a Secret Relationship, is about people who feel like they're being hidden by their loved ones, whether that's a romantic partner. This season, we're going into familial relationships and friendships. And when we talk about hiding, we're talking about like not being posted on social media, not meeting family, not meeting friends, and basically keeping your lives separate. And we come in and we do some digging and dive into their lives. And at the end of the experience, we hope to get these people sitting down and having an honest and open conversation to figure out what's going on. So it's great.
Now, I imagine that people clap back at y'all, at you guys. You guys are just the hosts. Y'all are not the ones that are doing all the hiding and all that. But I can imagine that people turn it back on you like it's your fault for it being exposed. Is that what pretty much happens?
No, not really. I mean, you'd be surprised.
Oh.
But look, if you're out there and, you're doing things that you shouldn't be doing, it's really easy to point the finger at other people instead of take accountability. All we're doing is really shining a light on people who deserve more out of their relationship, right? Oftentimes, these people aren't able to set boundaries. They've been walked all over, and they've been manipulated. And Rahne and I are there to facilitate a healthy conversation. And you might be able to kind of talk your way out of certain things with, your partner or your loved ones. But that's why we're there for the checks and balances and, to hold you accountable.
You'd be surprised, to see how many people, when they're finally confronted with the truth, kind of settle into it and say, okay, yeah, you're right. I need to really address this because there's really no running. Like, you can't gaslight this person anymore. We're here. We got the cameras. Like, let's go. It's time to be grown-ups about the situation and talk it out.
So has there been any moments that, and even coming up this season or last season, any moments that you were like, oh my gosh, or this is awkward or funny?
Every single episode, essentially. I mean, yeah, just watch the show. You'll see it every time. I guarantee you 100%. We were, I've never witnessed a failed proposal until we did this show. And last season, we helped a couple, Vivi and DeAndre. And DeAndre got on one knee, proposed to Vivi, and she said no. And Rahne and I just kind of had to sit there and in the room very awkwardly.
Travis and I held hands like, oh my God, we were sinking into the couch like, please, no.
I mean, but he had to know, right? That she could have said no.
I mean, it was a bold choice to be like, oh, I've been hiding you for this long, but yeah, let me propose to you. And I mean, honestly, we were like, well, that makes sense that she would say no. She just wasn't ready.
It was truly a last resort.
Yeah, and she deserves more and better.
Yeah.
So what can we expect this season? I mean, I'm sure it's more of the same, but is there anything different this season?
Yeah, I mean, like I was saying before, like last season we focused primarily on romantic relationships. This season, while we do still have romantic relationships, we do have familial. We have, a son hiding his mom. We have best friends hiding each other. Like we've gone more extreme. The stakes are very, very real, and we're tapping into different types of relationships because you'd be surprised at what's out there and what people are doing. And I think also, I mean, obviously you have your more salacious episodes, but we really tap into a lot of important issues important topics, and are able to have learning moments throughout the season, which I'm pretty proud of.
Wait, a whole son is hiding his mother? That is crazy. I cannot wait to see that one.
It sounds like a Drake lyric, but it really is happening out here.
Wow. So what are some, maybe 2 or 3 tips that people can, in their, any kind of relationship they have, like you said, how y'all just expanded into other types of relationships. What could they be on the lookout for to determine if they are in a secret relationship?
I think communication would have to be the biggest thing, right? Like if you have issues in your relationship, if you feel like you're not being seen or heard, and you can't bring that up to your partner or your loved ones, and it's just constantly kind of being shut down or rejected or, gaslit, that's a huge red flag. And I feel like you need to start doing, some kind of inner work on why you're allowing that to happen. Because at the end of the day, this all stems from people not having open and honest conversations in the first place.
I love that you said the inner work.
Yeah.
It's the most important part, right? And these are like things that oftentimes we get so desperate to be in love and to be loved by people that we ignore, these huge things that ultimately, down the road turn out to be the demise of a relationship or your own happiness, and people end up in the same place that they started. Like, wow, that was 5 years of my life.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say, like, look at the time, right? When you're early on in a relationship, like obviously maybe you're not meeting family, you're not meeting friends because you want to see if this is something real and something that you want to invest in. But if you're on year 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and you have not been introduced to the family, like something is off. And then to piggyback off of what Travis says, when you bring that up, you're kind of made to feel ridiculous for bringing up those concerns. That is truly, you need to do some digging there and ask questions as best you can, or else you got to dip out. You got to go.
And look, if you're out there right now and you feel like, you need help, Ronnie and I are traveling around the country, like literally right now. And you can hit us up, and we would love to come to your city and your state and, work with you and kind of do what we've done on the show in person for anybody out there. So hit us up. We'll come and help.
You're ready.
I love it. I love it. So thank you guys. Help I'm in a Secret Relationship premieres on Tuesday, February 28th at 9:00 on MTV. I will be locked in. I want to thank you both for coming back to Check the Rhymes to talk about this, because I do believe that people need to work on their inner self, the self-love, all that stuff. So I appreciate the advice.
Thank you
thank you so much for having us. Yeah.